The Messerschmitt ME-262 Sturmvogel, or Stormbird, was the world's first operational jet-powered fighter aircraft. The 262 was faster and more heavily armed than any Allied fighter, including the British jet-powered Gloucester Meteor. When the 262 joined the battle in the skies over Europe, it was capable of passing through a bomber formation at 540 miles per hour with ease. This gave it a speed advantage over Allied escort fighters of between 100 and 150 miles per hour, and rendered traditional tactics totally ineffective. Many US bomber crews began to complain when they attempted to track the 262 from their defensive positions that the electric gun turrets could not slow fast enough to keep up with the Stormbird. Actually, the plane was so fast that even the German pilots needed radically new tactics to successfully attack Allied bomber formations. Once the 262 became operational, there were different opinions how they should be used. General Adolf Galland believed they would be best used as bomber destroyers, with piston-engined fighters acting as top cover against Allied escorts. General Johannes Steinhoff, on the other hand, took the opposite view, that the new jets should be used to draw off the American and British escorts while the conventional German fighters moved in for the kill against the bombers. Finally, the Luftwaffe used the jet fighters according to Galland's vision. In the head-on attack, the combined closing speed was too high for accurate shooting, with ordnance that could only fire about 44 shells a second in total from the quartet of Mk108 cannons. Even from astern, the closing speed was too great to use the short-range quartet of Mk108 cannons to maximum effect. Therefore, a roller coaster attack was devised. The 262s approached from the astern and about 1,800 meters higher than the bombers. From about 5 kilometers behind, they went into a shallow dive that took them through the escort fighters with little risk of interception. When they were about 1.5 kilometers astern and 450 meters below the bombers, they pulled up sharply to reduce speed. On leveling off, they were 1 kilometer astern and overtaking the bombers at about 150 kilometers per hour, well placed to attack them. Since the 30mm Mk108 cannon's short barrels and low muzzle velocity rendered it inaccurate beyond 600 meters, coupled with the jet's velocity, which required breaking off at 200 meters to avoid colliding with the target, German pilots normally commenced firing at 500 meters. Allied gunners found their electrically powered gun turrets had problems tracking the jets. Target acquisition was different because the jets closed into firing range quickly and remained in firing position only briefly. Eventually, German pilots developed an even better combat tactic to counter Allied bombers' defenses. The 262s, equipped with up to 24 unguided folding fin R4M rockets, 12 in each of the two underwing racks, approached from the side of a bomber formation, where their silhouettes were the wildest, and while still out of range of the bombers' machine guns, fired a salvo of rockets, exactly the same explosive in the shells fired by the 262's quartet of Mk108 cannons. One or two of these rockets could down even the famously rugged Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress from the metal-shattering effect of the fast-flying rocket's explosive warhead. This tactic was so effective that on the 1st of September 1944, even United States Air Force General Carl Spaatz expressed the fear that if greater numbers of German jets appeared, they could inflict losses heavy enough to force cancellation of the Allied bombing offensive by daylight. Though this broadside attack tactic was effective, it came too late to have a real effect on the war, and only small numbers of 262s were equipped with rocket packs. This method, by the way, of attacking bombers became standard later on, and it was called the Luftwaffe's Wolfpack, as the fighters often made runs in groups of 2 or 3, fired their rockets, then they returned to their bases. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.